Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Facebook Live. And we are joined by the wonderful Kerry Katona.
Hi.
Thanks so much for coming on. This is brilliant. I said to you, I'm so excited to chat. So this should be so good. How have you been apart from a little bit of a late night with a football match we just saw?
You know what? It's been nice. Sorry, can hear my dog's barking. I do apologise. It's been really good. Typical. We've gone live and the dogs are barking.
I mean, typical. Don't worry.
Yeah, life's been really good. Really good.
Yeah, have you been up to much other than
Oh God,
the
I've been
Christmas
up to
decorations
so much.
that we just saw?
Well, my Christmas tree. Do you want to see my Christmas tree?
I mean, we have got to see it. Oh, so nice. So
it's
lovely.
nice, isn't it? Gorgeous. Yeah, well, I'm off for Panto on Sunday. So this is my last weekend at home with the children. So I'm off to Oldham to play Sleeping Beauty, be the baddie like I always am. Love being the baddie. So yeah, life's been really good. Been really busy.
Oh, good. Well, we are here to talk about I'm A Celeb. So hopefully you've had time to watch a few episodes.
Watched all of it.
Well, even though there was a bit of a gap, and we will touch upon a little bit of a gap with the old storm coming and ruin the set. But what do you think? It's a lovely picture of you from when you won. What have you thought of the series so far? What are your initial thoughts?
Oh, you know what? Every year when I watch it, I get really jealous, even when they're in the jungle. And you know what else? I got really upset. I watched Legends of the Jungle, and I wasn't mentioned on it once. What? Yeah, I was very upset. I was like, oh, I wasn't even on that then. I was the first queen. But I watch it every year. I mean, let's be honest, we have had a really rubbish couple of years. Yeah. And who loves nothing more than a bit of Ant and Dec?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've got to love them seen on our screens. But I've got to say, without being rude, because I do love the show, I'm obsessed. But this year, I think with the storm didn't help it. It's been a little bit more disappointing. Obviously, it is in Wales, so we have got that factor. We are trying to do the best with what we've got, and I do understand they are giving it their best. But it hasn't got that wow factor, the drama factor for me.
No, everyone's been too nice at the minute. And I think they've all been able to have a full meal when they all left. And the whole point of I'm a Celebrity is, to get people at their worst.
Yeah.
And when you're starving, that's when all the drama creates. And as horrible as that sounds, I do like a bit of drama, don't you?
No, that's what we need is the TV gold moment.
Yeah, we need someone. I mean, everyone is so super nice in the camp at the minute. There's always that one villain, and we haven't got a villain this year. Obviously, Naughty Boy's a bit odd. I find Naughty Boy, he is. He's like, oh, he hasn't got a rush in his bones, has he? But he's not a nasty person. He's a lovely guy. He's a really nice bloke. Yeah. But there's no villain. There's no villain this year, is there?
No, I do feel like with Naughty Boy, he's been quite divisive. Some people love him, some people don't. But say what you want, he has been probably the most entertaining. He's sort of give us a little bit of more of the bit of drama, the little bit of the Aggie moods, more than anyone else has. So I'm glad he is in there, to be honest.
I'm glad Richard left as well so early on. Richard, I was rooting for to be my king. I mean, as long as David stays in and he can take his top off as much as he wants to, there's just, David could be talking about poo and you still think it's dead sexy, isn't it? It doesn't matter what David is saying. It's just like, he could be talking about being constipated and you still be like, oh.
You think he's probably got the most sex appeal out of this series then? Is that what we're thinking?
Only David.
Yeah.
Only David in there. I'm really good friends with Simon Gregson and his wife Emma, so I'm really rooting for Si. There's not been much of a storyline with Si at the minute. And he's a real funny guy. He's very funny. So it's how it all gets edited and put together, isn't it? Yeah. Because if you watch the last night's show, the show before, all the campmates thought it was going to be Adam. Do you not see that? We're going to get picked next. So something must have happened for them all to say it was Adam, but we're not seeing all this. Can you bear with me 1 minute? I know we're live. Maxwell, I'm live. Can you get him out? I'll go in the kitchen for a treat, please. Thank you. Sorry, that's life. That's life in the Katona household.
It's normally my dog, so good job. To be honest, so don't worry at all. So yeah, that's a good point actually. So you think maybe he's done something to possibly wind up some of them in the cast, but we just haven't seen that then. If they've all gone,
we haven't seen that bit yet, have we? I mean, I'm really, like I say, I'm rooting for Si to not come out of his shell, but to get a bit more airtime because he's a really funny bloke, Si.
Yeah.
Frankie, he's just dropped dead gorgeous. I mean, I look at it and I think, God, I wish I looked that good on a normal day, let alone in a jungle.
You
know what I
do.
mean? I'm not being funny. I've been sliced and diced that much, Carly. I come in a cardboard box with instructions and I'll put me back together. That girl is just naturally beautiful.
Well, I definitely think you look amazing. So I'm not listening to what you say about yourself. So I'm not having that. But so I do think really your series, third series, wasn't it? 2004, possibly the most iconic one we've actually ever had. I don't really know if they've had a good fiery one since then, but it's up there with the best.
It's 18 years ago in February, that. 18
Yeah, it's
years
crazy.
ago. I know. Yeah, I mean, you got to bear in mind, I was in there with Kate and Pete. You know, it was a love story of the century at the time, wasn't it? Watching it. And for me, back then, I mean, all I did was cry and moan. I want to go home. I miss Brian. I want my kids.
Oh.
But, you know, in the second week, I started finding my feet and everyone really got to see the real Karen. I think I'm dead funny.
I was looking at your best bits earlier. I was on YouTube. I was like, I'm trying to get them up, and I was like, you are absolutely iconic from then and still now. I loved it. And I probably see. I'm only 25, so I probably wasn't really meant to be watching that. But I remember watching it with mum and dad, and so I was allowed. They're like, okay, you can go to bed after this. So I did watch it. I remember thinking back.
I've still got my T-shirt. I've got my T-shirt. I wore it in a frame.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it really stinks.
Oh
my God. Look, I mean, seriously, look at me and Kate there. The amount of work that the two of us have had done together. Bloody hell, don't even look like the same person, do we? Especially Kate. We look completely different.
Do you ever hear from her now? Do you stay in touch? I know you girls are friends, aren't they?
Yeah, speak to Kate. Not going there, though.
No, okay, we'll miss that one. But I think it's nice, obviously, that Princess is Heidi as well, that they've got a little friendship going on. So that is really sweet. So if we go back to this year's lineup, so any standout characters? Yeah, well, I was going to say, we haven't got any standout characters, have we?
It's boring, isn't it? No, they're all very
nice.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? They're all so lovely, but that's not what we want. We're not tuning in for that. We want drama, we want arguing, we want romance, we want a bit of hanky-panky. You know, that's what we want from this show. We want arguing. I know it sounds horrible because I also want people to be the best versions of themselves, but let's be realistic here. The reason why we tune into these reality shows is for drama, because it makes our lives feel normal.
Yeah, you know? And do you think this is why the ratings have dropped then? Because they've gone down a lot.
Haven't they? I think it being in the castle isn't helping. The storm definitely didn't help. But I'm still tuning in every night. I'm still watching it every night, even just for the slapstick comedy from Ant and Dec.
Yeah.
You know, it's such stupid humour, but it's so funny. And every night they don't fail to make me smile.
No, they're brilliant. Love what they do. I know you've said before that you would want to go back. So we had Katie come in for a second series. I don't think we've had anyone else return. I would love to see you back in a series. Would you go back even if it was in Wales, or would you wait out for like the Australian?
I would 100% go back, especially in Wales, because you can sleep knowing that there's no big massive wool spiders or snakes under your bed. I mean, my first night in the jungle, there was a huge snake under my bed. Love you too, Craig. You just popped up saying love you, Kerry. There was a huge snake under my bed on the first night, which, you know, you say, oh my God, this is, I'll never forget, it was me and Razor Ruddock, and they separate you all in hotels before you meet in the jungle. And I was a Razor, and we're playing pool, and I said to him, I bet you they're going to make us sign a confidentiality agreement, and it's a studio somewhere. Bet you.
No.
It really, really wasn't. And if you've seen the interviews that Richard Madeley's done since he's come out, you can see it's really not like that at all. Yeah. And what I loved about Richard when he was in there, he gave you a full rundown of everything that he was doing. He was so vocal that you felt like you was there with him in the moment. Yeah, so I'd definitely go back in. I mean, I would have thought when it was a 20-year anniversary, they might have done like the best of the King and Queens.
All Stars, yeah.
All Stars, yeah.
I'm waiting for that day. I think you need to go back in there. To be honest, like I've been speaking to Nicola McLean about it. I think she'd be good to get back in. Like Kate Price, I think all the big personalities, you need to throw them back in there. That would boost the ratings, though, wouldn't it?
It would, I think, yeah, but I wouldn't want to lose my crowd. I might not.
Good point. I know you were obviously, as you said, Brian, when you went in there, and he didn't. Is it true that he didn't want you going on, but then you went and won it? So that you must have the last laugh there.
He didn't want me going in. It was actually Lou Walsh who convinced him to let me go on it. And he wasn't, so it was actually my auntie who was flying out. You know, when you walk across the bridge, it was my auntie who was meeting me. But the better I did, he flew out, didn't he?
But I'm glad you didn't listen to him, because obviously that did, like, you did amazing there. And
That for me, the jungle is, for me, the person who I am. I was such a needy person. I was so desperate to be loved. It's not so much about the fame, but being this child in foster home and then winning. I think it was like 12 million viewers, the highest ratings they've had.
Yeah.
I felt so loved. That's the only way I can explain it. I felt so loved by the nation. But my God, they don't have to bring you down quick, don't they?
Oh,
Don't you?
Not me. I'm not taking any.
No, but I felt so much loved. And what an amazing experience. And even now, you know, I still do all these reality TV shows. You know, I did Celebs on the Farm, SAS. Yeah. And for me, I just think, wow, what a great experience. For me, it's an adventure from being this kid who was on a council estate, who was going nowhere with her life. So, like, me and my daughter, we just did a coach trip together. You know, what a great experience. I wouldn't normally... You just don't go off and do these things normally, would you? So I'm just dead lucky to be and get paid for it as well.
Yeah, lovely. Bonus there. Talking about your daughter, she did go actually visit the castle with you, right? Was that a celebrity ghost trip?
No, it wasn't a celebrity ghost trip. We actually a medium got in touch. We said, no, you know, and I was in Wales at the time. And they said, would you like to come to the castle? I thought, oh, yeah, because I love history. All I do is watch documentaries. That's all I ever watch. I love feeding knowledge. I love it. I thought, oh, yeah, that would be nice. I thought, they go, oh, this is the living room. Oh, and that's where they were. And that wasn't like that, was it? They were ghost hunting. And they had this voice box. And we went, where they are now, there's a room underneath with all these symbolic markings where they used to have like sacrifices, and we did this voice box and it told us get out, so I got out. But we got to say, I said, well, if you come home and you start being Reagan from Exorcist and put you up for adoption, don't care if you're daughter or not, I'm off.
Do you think it was actually haunted then? Because, oh God,
100%, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Do you think any of the celebs in there now, who's going to get haunted the most? If spirits are about, who do you reckon's going to get ghouled?
It's going to be Naughty Boy, isn't it?
It's getting everything smacked at him.
They're talking to him already. Sonny the Bird.
I know, bless him. He's like, yeah, these robins spoke to me, and I knew that I needed.
And I knew Mother Nature is, you know, you've just got to surrender. And I'm all about mental visualization and, you know, visualization and all that kind of stuff, but you know, and I feel like they're picking on him a little bit, but you know what, he's doing so well and he's come so far. You know, I'm actually rooting for him now.
I know, bless him. And I know, obviously, you just said you've been on a couple of shows now with Lily doing stuff. Obviously, she literally looks like your mini bee, like absolutely stunning. Do you say you hate it?
Yeah, because I'm a reminder now that I'm not that young anymore.
I'm pretty sure she's still probably got the hottest mum in town, Kerry, so I won't worry about it.
Bless you. But yeah, we did coach trip together, which was really, really nice. Won that one and all.
Yay!
Yeah, you see, the funny thing is I go off and do these jobs, right? And I come home and I'll be on telly, my kids are not interested.
Really?
I'm just their mum, aren't I? So it's like, for other people, like, would they go sit behind a desk with their mum at 9 to 5 job? They wouldn't, would they? So when I come home and talk about my job, it's because they were born in this industry.
Yeah.
You know, but when she did coach trip, she watched every episode, didn't she? Would you be interested now, aren't you?
Would you be happy for her to go on a lot of the other reality TV stuff?
I would love to get her in the jungle.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
I would love for her to do the jungle.
Do you think she'd be able to do the task better than you? Or is she a bit more squeamish?
Well, she'll be a princess. I will always be the queen. I keep telling her that. I was here first.
Apart from the panto and stuff, what else? Are you working on anything else at the minute? Are we going to see you on anything?
I've got 2 huge projects coming up, which I'm not allowed to talk about.
Oh.
But it's all good and all very exciting. exciting. You know, I'm working on my boutique, Kerry's Boutique, which is doing amazing. We've got our own dating app. We've got our own fitness app. I've been super, super busy, and that's all thanks to OnlyFans as well. I've been able, the money from that, been able to invest back in myself. So yeah, it's been great.
I was going to say, how do you have the time for everything?
Yeah, oh, look at me there. Woo, Keza.
You've got a clap there, Kerry. You're killing it still.
I am. You know what? I have been if I've got a file of facts, right? Not many people know what a file of facts is because it's too young. How sad is that? And if it doesn't go in the diary, it doesn't get done. But I have been so busy. I've just had no time to do anything. So this is my last weekend home. I've got no work on tomorrow. But when I say I've got no work on, I am always working.
Yeah,
you know, whether it's online or doing the boutique, or I am constant. Like my kids, I think, oh, you're at home today, Mum. It's like, yeah, but I'm working. I'm working now. This is me doing a job. Yeah. You know, sometimes they don't always understand it again, but I have been so super busy. And you know what, Carla? I've been around for so long. I lost it all. And to still be here, I feel so blessed, so lucky and so grateful, you know, to have been able to turn it all around. And I like to think that shows people that it doesn't matter how low you get, you know, or you can always get back out of it.
Well, I know, but the thing is with you, you're always so open and you like let everyone know what's going on. I think you must be helping so many people at home listening who are going through similar stuff. So like hats off to you because you probably help like so much more people than you even could imagine.
Well, you know what? I've got to thank the papers for that because back in the day, I mean, it was horrendous the way I was treated by the papers, and I had so many secrets of my own. So the best way to do it is I have had to own all the crap that I've done myself, all the mistakes I've made. I've got to own it. I've got to own it, accept it, and learn from it. That's all you can do. And if I can help anybody else by telling my story, then it's worth it. You know, there was nobody around when I was doing drugs and when I went bankrupt. There was no one around with my platform talking about it that I could look up to and go, oh, if he can get through it, she can get through it, so can I.
Yeah.
You know, especially with mental health. You know, no one really knew what bipolar was. It was mocked, you know. And a lot of people don't understand that drugs and mental health, it all goes hand in hand because we don't know what's going on. So we're trying to find that balance of what's right for us. And that's what a lot of people do with mental health. They turn to drugs.
Yeah. Well,
this is a happy conversation, isn't it?
I was going to say, Kerry, I really applaud you. You've turned, like as you said, you've turned everything around. You've made the first million since on OnlyFans.
Since last March, I've made well over $1 million.
That is crazy, and I don't blame the subscribers for cashing in. So absolutely amazing stuff. What is the weirdest request that you've had since being on the platform?
I couldn't even repeat it on here.
And you can.
You know what? What was I watching the other day? I was watching. What was I watching on telly? Oh, that was it. I was watching Love Actually. Yeah. Watching Love Actually because it's a Christmas film, right? And look at Martin Freeman and the girl who was in. What's her name that was with James Corden? What's that sitcom that they used to do?
What, not Gavin and Stacey? Are we on
the young girl was there, and she's playing naked, and she's got her boobs out, and she doesn't get sagged off for it. Why is that? Who says in society what's right or wrong? You know, she's pretending to, you know, simulate sex, and we're all laughing and finding it funny. And she's got her boobs out and fully naked for work, and that's what I'm doing. Exactly the same thing. Yeah, but I'm not even simulating sex.
No, I'm probably getting paid a lot less than you did, really. At this
time. They win awards, and it's called if I was on the cover of Vogue magazine, like in a mesh see-through top with itty bitty teeny boobies, you know, that'd be classed as art and fashion. So society, they put you in a certain place of who can do it and who can't, and what, you know, it's. Sod you lot. I'm the one who's getting a new Lamborghini in March, so I'm having the last lap.
Well, don't worry, I'm behind you. Got pro women's choices. Do what you want, make your own money. So go
exactly.
And I know you said that you've done your SAS, you're dancing on ice. Strictly is not being tackled yet. And I saw you say something about this.
I don't think I can do Strictly because of the dancing on ice. It's either one or the other.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I think that's how it works. Yeah, because I've been on dancing on ice, I can't do Strictly. And I'd love to do Strictly, even though I can't dance.
I'd love to see you on the next time. Oh, that's room of dreams.
I think Shooty's very highbrow, isn't it? I don't think that. I think as well because I do OnlyFans. I don't think they'd have me on there.
Well, they're missing out, aren't they?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, look what happened to Sarah Jane Dunn. I think that's absolutely disgraceful.
I know.
It's absolutely terrible. Move with the times, people. Do you know what I mean? Back in the day, all the soap stars were doing Nuts and Zoo and, you know, FHM. I thought that was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, slightly double standard. It's all right for you to monetize for it, but not them.
Yeah, they have sexy. They have a late night version of Hollyoaks at 10 p.m.
Yeah, weird. We need to change people. Maybe if you become the next CEO of Hollyoaks or whatever you want to call it, you can date everyone.
I would love to be in Coronation Street. I think I'd be great behind that bar in Rover's Return. I love mine.
Yes.
I guarantee because of what I do with OnlyFans, only certain people hire you, and I think that's wrong.
Well, surely as times go on, it's becoming more popular. More women are doing it, so surely that's going to become.
If I was a man, we won't be having this conversation.
Oh, well, I would love to see you on Corrie, so you know I'm rooting for that. But looking back at your CBB Celebrity Big Brother days, so I was going to ask. So you spoke to, you got close to Lucian on there, and he's now.
Let me stop. Nothing ever happened with me and Lucian. Ever. As drop dead gorgeous as he is. Where this story come from, I don't know. We went in the toilet and we pretended to kiss. We both went for the mics, jokingly, because it was him and Amy. He's like, I know Ryan's younger than me, my fiance, but Lucian was like a little brother. And I've seen with all this Jessie Nelson, he was with Kerry's like, we didn't know. We did an okay shoot together because that's what Richard Desmond used to like back then. I mean, look at him. He's gorgeous, isn't it? I wish I did kiss him. Nothing ever happened with me, Lucian. Ever.
Oh, well, that's what
I'm being associated with him. Look at him, blooming. But no, nothing ever happened with me and him. I'll stick it all back in my head. Lots did.
Yeah. You never hear from him now. He's gone on like some big acting jobs now, hasn't he?
Yeah, not heard of Lucian in a million years. So but I wish him all the best. Well, this is the thing in our industry. You all go for your own thing. It's not like if I was to bump into him, be, hi, love, how are you? You know, but you all grow apart. You all go do your own different things, don't you?
Yeah, of course. Well, that's the turn that question down. I was going to say, what is your thoughts on him now seeing Jessie? But if there's nothing ever between you,
not seeing each other, are they?
Well,
it's just a flirtation, wasn't it?
I mean, maybe I'm not caught up enough, but yeah, news to me. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, he's doing well anyway, so good on him. And then I will ask. So I saw that Atomic Kitten are doing a tour, and you're not on the lineup, which I find really distressing to me.
But you know what's good for the girls? The fact that I'm not on the lineup, that's what's getting them the press.
Yeah, good point. Because I didn't know that they were doing a tour. All I knew is that then you wasn't included.
Yes, I know, and you know what? I to this day I still don't know what it is I've done. I love the girls to bits. I went through something with them that I've never gone through with anybody else before in my life. I wish them nothing but love and happiness. I'm so jealous. I would love to be on the stage with the girls. I really would. You know, my DJ's never seen me perform with Atomic Kitten, and I wish him nothing but love and happiness. I really, really do. It's great music. I just find it all really weird that, you know, when I was like doing the big reunion, all I used to do was slag Jenny off, and now they're back with her.
Hopefully you can join on for like a special. I don't know. Come on, you got to.
I don't think they will ever have me back in a million years.
Oh, well, that's a shame. That is a massive shame. I know to all of us and my team, we're like, where's Kerry?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gutted, but you know what? I wish him nothing but, honest to God, I really, really do. And there is that little bit inside me. I feel, I'm gutted. I'm really, really gutted. I'll give it, you know, my stage I perform on now is like in Panto, which I love and it's great, but it's not the O2.
No, but you have got so much going on anyway. So would you be able to fit it in your diary? We'll say no.
No. I would love to, but no. And again, even with the girls, you know, we've all drifted apart anyway. I mean, me and Tash, we used to be like this. Tash was a bridesmaid at my first wedding. Liz was a bridesmaid at my third wedding. I might ask Jenny if she wants to be a bridesmaid at 4.
So we've got a question actually from Daniel. Which member of Atomic Kitten would be the best or worst in I'm A Celeb?
Well, Jenny did the jungle.
So
didn't she? She did the jungle. I think Tash would give it her all. Tash is hardcore. Tash would do well in it. Liz, not so much. I think Liz is a proper warrior, proper panicker. You know, she's got such a beautiful soul, but she's quite a nervous person.
Oh, fair enough. Well, maybe we'll see them, but not this year because they'll be busy on tour.
Yeah.
Craig, so we've got a message. Lovely Craig. Kerry, how many people voted for you to win?
All of them.
I think you're probably not far off, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm just teasing.
No, but to be fair, it was a landslide, I think, wasn't it?
Go on.
All right, next one. Hi, Kerry's from Jack. Who would you not get on with this year if you were in the castle?
Oh, it's really. I think Naughty Boy would get on me boobs. I think he's like just he's quite slow.
Right.
It's in movements. There's no rushing in him, and I'm quite a rusher.
Yeah.
I've got bipolar. I'm 100 miles an hour, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely no urgency with him, is there? I mean, he's napping.
That's the word. There's no urgency. Yeah, there's no urgency with him.
No, or he's asleep and he's gone for a 7th nap of the day.
Yeah.
We've got another one from Ellis. What was your favourite trial in the jungle?
It was the last one, the big slide.
Big slide. I did watch your eating one with Kate earlier, and you. Forget about that. Millie says, "What did it feel like when you won?"
I gobsmacked, over the moon. I like I said, I felt like I was so loved. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, like last week I was going to walk and now I've won. And I didn't get it. Because I thought, hang on, you got Kate and Pete and their love story. Then you had Charlie Brockett and Jenny Bond like arguing. And then there was me just being a little idiot.
People fell in love with you though, Kerry. So
I know, and I'm so grateful for that. I really am. And I loved it.
We've got one from Linda. If you could put only one person of your choice, I guess in the I'm A Celeb, who would it be?
Boris Johnson. I like what you're thinking. If I could put anybody in there, I'd love to put someone in like Simon Cowell.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
That'd be brilliant. Just watching Simon Cowell like not wash or shower and have nobody tending to him.
Yeah, I reckon he'd be like, "Where's a VIP treatment?" And he'd think that he would get that, and I'd love to see the shot. Yeah, he'd be great actually. He's in control of everything he does, all the programs he does.
That's what I mean. He'd have no control. For somebody to have, I mean, I'm a bit of a control freak. I'm very organized. I'm always on time for everything. I need to know what I'm doing from day to day. When that's taken away from you, you just fall to pieces. And we love nothing more, as I very aware, as a car crash. I mean, I'm the queen of car crashes, let's be honest.
You're not being iconic as well.
Yeah, but watching somebody else's car crash we are society that we're so messed up that we thrive on watching, not thrive, but it's you can't help but tune in. You can't help but tune in and watch something. Like when I had my own MTV show, I was falling apart, but people couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah, that is the nature of how.
That's what I need to do again to get my own reality show.
I'm sure you get one anyway. I think people will still tune in. To end, who do you think is going to win? Obviously, you said it. You thought it was going to be Richard. He's gone now. Who are your bets on?
I think Danny's going to do well.
Yeah,
and I think I like David, but I don't know if I just like him because he's sexy. But I do. He has been consistent, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think Frankie's got a big following as well.
Yeah. Do you think anyone's got a game plan? Anyone not being like the authentic self, putting the front up?
No, I don't think so. Do you?
I'm not seeing it, but everyone is being so nice. But I feel like it's because we don't have the rocky characters. There's no one in there to test anyone.
That's what I mean. There's no villains in there, is there? There's nobody that just my doing, But it's all very nice at the minute, isn't it? But you got to bear in mind as well, we've all had, including everybody in the castle, we've all had a really bad couple of years, and we've all lost somebody, or we know somebody's lost somebody. I think a lot of people's personalities have changed.
Do you think it's still
we want some baddies?
Still, yeah, I still agree. So I'm like, nice was nice for 1 year. Now we're back. I'm ready for the drama.
I'll tell you what, I'll go in there and ruffle some feathers.
Yes, we need it. Do you think they should have canned it until they could go back to Australia? Do you think the Wales one is like a bit lacking?
No, I mean, I still like watching the Wales one. I really do. I mean, I think again, it just watching Ant and Dec. I mean, don't can it. It's like it's an iconic show. We look forward to it every year, and the fact that they've continued to do it through the pandemic, I think that needs to be applauded as well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get a little bit of spice in the next week, fingers crossed. But Kerry, thanks so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. So thanks for being so wonderful.
All right, well, I must get my hair extensions taken out now, so I'm off.
Do it. See you later.
Bye.